to the vlog. I hope you've had a lovely week. This week I am going to talk to you about my top 5 pattern picks to take you through to autumn/winter. It's obviously getting a little bit cooler, the night's getting a bit darker, and there are some really great patterns out there that will help you transition through the seasons. And one of the things that I get asked for all the time, either on Instagram or over here, is to match more patterns and fabrics together so you can get a good idea for what works. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've picked 5, well, sort of 5 patterns. There's a couple of extra because I've given you a couple of alternatives, and then also a few fabrics that will work really well with them. So before I get started, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. That would be amazing. It really helps me every time you give us a thumbs up or hit the subscribe button. It gets our videos seen to more people, and that really helps us, so thank you. So I will get started. The first pick that I have chosen, the first pattern that I have picked, I'm going to try not to say too many P's today because otherwise I'm going to trip over my words, but the first pattern that I have picked is a jersey top, which is the reason I'm doing that, because I am wearing one myself today. So I have actually chosen 2 here just because I thought it'd be good to give you a slight variation. So the first one is the Tilia and the Buttons Agnes top, which is what excuse me, which is what I am wearing here. You can see it's a really nice simple jersey top. It's really fitted. It's got a simple neckband, and on the pattern, I'll turn it around so you can see the line drawing. There are a couple, I'm hoping that'll focus in. Yeah, there we go. There are a couple of different options. So you can do ruched sleeves and a ruched front, but I always make the really simple, really easy to wear version. The other alternative pattern I wanted to show you was this one. So this is the Liesl & Co. Maritime knit top. Hopefully you can see that has a slightly different neck option. I'll show you the line drawing. So it has a more of a slash neck option. It's got a facing instead of a neckband. And the reason I thought this would be a good alternative was because it is less fitted at the waist, so it's a more straight pattern at the side seams. So I know some people don't like things that are quite as fitted as this, but they work with the same fabric, so I thought I would show you them both. I chose those patterns because I think you can't go wrong with having a good staple jersey top pattern in your wardrobe. I have about 15, no, not quite. I actually think I've probably only got about 5 Agnes tops, and when I was looking through my wardrobe this morning trying to decide what to pair with jeans, because realistically I do wear jeans a lot more often than I wear dresses really, and I didn't feel like I had enough, so I'm going to add a load more Agnes tops to my to make list. But you want to look for a light to medium weight jersey for either of those patterns. You don't want a ponte or a heavyweight jersey because you want something that's going to mould around your body. Both patterns are really easy to work with, really simple, and they're great for super speedy makes or a good introduction to sewing with jersey fabrics. So you could choose from either a cotton jersey, which will give you a slightly more structured look. This is actually one that Susie made up a little while ago from an art gallery cotton jersey, and we've got loads of art gallery cotton jerseys on the website, so make sure you check those out. I don't think we've got this particular design, but we've got some similar ones, and Susie has made it long sleeved as well, so again you can choose. I always make mine 3/4 lengths because I don't tend to get very cold, and I think it's flattering to have the length come in at the waist, but Susie is always cold. So this is from a cotton jersey, so when she wears it, it does look very similar to this, but this is a viscose jersey, so it's just a little bit lighter and it's got a little bit more drape. So the couple of cotton jerseys that I wanted to show you, so this first one is our aqua stripe, and I just love the colours. Really love those. I'm going to hold it up so you can see. Because it's a cotton jersey, it's more of a medium weight, It's got a really nice stretch to it, but it's quite stable. And I'd say if you're newer to sewing jersey, stick with a cotton jersey rather than a viscose jersey. But also if you just want something that feels a little bit heavier, then go for a cotton jersey too. But yeah, I love those colours on the aqua stripe. I think you could pair that with loads of different things. I think also that would be really good as a hack for the Agnes dress, and I will link in the comments below to a blog post that Tilia did on how to hack it into a dress. The next one that I'm going to show you is also a cotton jersey, and this is actually one of the art gallery jerseys that we've got in. This is a flower shower jersey. I'm going to open it up so you can see. So because it's art gallery, obviously it is 95% organic cotton jersey with 5%, just checking, yes, it's 95% organic cotton jersey and 5% lycra, and you can see, look at that amazing print. And I think a simple jersey top is a really good way to show off really bold prints. This one that I'm wearing is actually quite boring, but can't go wrong with polka dots. But yeah, it's a really good way to add a few more prints into your wardrobe because you can pair them with jeans, which kind of tones it down a bit if you don't want to wear a whole dress. So I love that one. And then the other option is to go for a viscose jersey, so a jersey with a little bit more drape. Both would work for the patterns, either cotton or viscose, but viscose just has that slightly lighter feel to it and is a little bit more slinky. So this one, I love this one, it's so pretty. It's called Cordelia Blush Posy, I think. Let me just check. Sorry, Cordelia Posy viscose jersey. All of these fabrics will be linked down below. But look, how pretty is that? It's got this dusky pink background and then this lovely floral. Hopefully you can see that. And it's just got a really nice drape to it. Really lovely. And then the other one is another one of our viscose jerseys, which I am in love with, and none of you are going to be surprised to see it because if you followed me for a while you'll know how much I love this print, and I have skipped this straight up to my to make list when I'm going to make about 5 new Agneses, I think, with a load of prints. But this is the Cobra Corsage, and this is on a slightly off-white, not quite cream, I wouldn't say. Maybe I wouldn't call it cream, but it's definitely not completely white. We call it Chantilly, but it's the Cobra Corsage print on a light base, and I think it's amazing. I think it will look amazing as a top. And I'm going to make an Agnes out of this as soon as I possibly can. So I think all of those would work really well for either pattern. We've also got loads of striped jersey on the website, so if you want a more traditional kind of Breton striped tee, because you cannot go wrong with one of those, you could choose. So this one is just better if you want a more fitted look, and this one is better if you want something that's a bit looser. The next pattern that I want to show you, and again this is one where I've given you 2 options. The first is the Sew Over It Ultimate Trousers. So I think this is actually quite an underrated pattern. It is a really simple pair of woven trousers. I'll try not to sneeze. And I'll try not to knock the table over as well. It's all gone wrong, the bug sent me crazy. Yeah, really simple pair of trousers. On the pattern it just comes with a facing, and it's just a concealed zip at the side. They're quite fitted, or they're very fitted, and they're perfect for stretch cottons, and they could be worn for work or for more casual. You could pair them with your jersey top. Just a really good wardrobe basic, and I've made a few pairs of these, although I realise I've only got really rubbish photos of me wearing them, so from the waist down. I've got a pair here that Susie has made, and they are tiny because she's much smaller than me, but this is our Zazzle stretch cotton, which we've still got in. I wanted to show you because she has added a waistband to them, which is really, really easy to do, and there's actually a really simple tutorial on the Sew Over It blog, which I would link down below, so you can add a waistband to them, which I think both of us prefer to do because it just makes them feel a little bit more structured. But you could make them in plains, you could make them in patterns, and you could pair them with your plain tops or vice versa, and they're just a really nice wardrobe addition. The other pattern that I thought you could also include as an alternative is the Jally Eleanore jeans, and although they're called jeans, they're pull-on trousers, so with an elasticated waist, so they're a little bit less structured than the Ultimate trousers because obviously they don't have the side zip, and of course you wouldn't add the same type of waistband because it's an elastic waist, but they are really simple, easy to wear. The pattern, I'm not going to lie, the pattern cover for this is awful, but I know on Instagram loads of people that have made this pattern and really rave about it. Susie of Thread Quarters, who blogs for us, did a blog on the Eleanore jeans and they looked brilliant. So you use the same fabric, so stretch cottons, lightweight stretch denims, twills, etc. So I'm going to show you a couple of options that I think would look really nice as Ultimate trousers. So the first is actually a plain stretch denim. So obviously for the Eleanore, they're called jeans, so they'd just be like jeggings, and I've seen loads of versions of those, but I also saw that Lisa from Some Over It made a denim pair of Ultimate trousers, and that looked really good too. This is actually an ex-designer, it's an ex-jigsaw denim, so it's got a nice bit of stretch in there. It's not super blue like some of the indigo denims that we have, it's more of a, I'd say it's kind of a mid-blue colour, but again, that would go with everything, so I thought that would be a really good wardrobe staple. If you wanted something to stand out a little bit more, I thought this, which is a stretch cotton, Fifi stretch cotton, and it is very bright and bold, but it does have, if you can see, a black base, which just helps. I think if you've got a little bit of black in something, it can often just help tie it in with other colours, and you could pair it with a black top, a black jumper. But yeah, this has a very bright floral design which would look amazing made up as a pair of Ultimate trousers. It's a stretch cotton, so by that it's a woven fabric, but it's got the elastane in there to give you your stretch. Perfect for the Ultimate trousers and the Eleanore jeans because you need that bit of stretch. What you want to be careful of is that you don't go for something super stretchy because you don't want it to bag out. So our stretch cottons are normally 97% cotton and 3% elastane, or 98% and 2%, and that tends to give you a good enough amount without it being super oversized by the end of the day. You don't want to wear your trousers and then find that they're too big. So the final one I'm going to show you for these, which I love, and this is the one that's going on my to make list. I'm just trying to remember what it's called. So this is Olive Blush Scatter, and this is a stretch cotton. I'm going to hold it up so you can see. It is a geometric print, and it's quite a small scale. If I put my hand there, you can see for scale. And again, this is really easy to wear, arguably more easy to wear than the florals, depending on how bold you are. But this has a black background, and then it's also got quite a few other different colours in there. So you've got white, you've got khaki, you've got blush pink. Hopefully if I hold that up you can see. It's really nice and soft, and again it's got that nice bit of stretch in it, which would be perfect for the Ultimate trousers. And that is, again, I think that is 97% cotton and 3% elastane. I really love that. I think that would make a pair of trousers that are interesting enough because of the print, but muted enough to go with loads of things, and also the colours would be perfect for autumn winter. So really love that one. Sorry, it seems to be every time I pack stuff away. So the first there was the bug, and then I've just had a sneezing fit. So sorry guys, I shall try not to sniff my way through the video. So the third pattern, and I don't think any wardrobe is complete without one of these. It is the Tilia the Buttons Cocoa pattern. I'm sure you've heard of it before. It is so simple and quick to make. It is really, really easy to wear. You can make a tunic version, a dress version. You've got a funnel collar option. You can do it with the sort of slash neck, slash boat neck option. You can have patch pockets. Really, really simple, quick, versatile pattern. You can wear it in the summer if you make it out of a sort of more medium weight cotton jersey, or layer it up in the winter with things like ponte and double knit and even lightweight sweatshirting. I made it from, can't speak, too much sneezing. So the only thing to remember with this is you want to steer clear from anything that is too lightweight or stretchy. So I wouldn't use anything with a four-way stretch that is really stretchy, because the shape won't hold. And I also would steer clear of things like viscose jersey that have got too much drape to hold their shape for the pattern. So this is, here's one I made earlier. This is a cocoa that I wear all the time. I'll stand back. It has got the funnel neck option on it. And yeah, it's just a really nice sort of 60s shape. If you look back at any of my older makes vlogs, there's quite a few cocos in there, including some out of sweatshirting as well. So as long as you've got a jersey fabric that doesn't have too much stretch and is of a good weight, then you'll be able to make a cocoa out of it. So I've got a couple here to show you, and actually I've realised I've gone fairly dark now, so I'm thinking about that more kind of autumnal slash winter wardrobe. Obviously you can't go wrong with polka dots, as I've already said. So our polka dot ponte, which is from our Ponte Classics range, which we will now be stocking back up again because the weather is getting cooler. So this is the polka dot version, but we always have it in various different colour stripes, so black and white, navy, we've got abstract designs. Yeah, we'll be stocking that up very soon. But this is one that we've got at the moment, which is polka dots. Again, you cannot go wrong with a really simple polka dot dress in your wardrobe, and it's super comfy because it's jersey. So following on from the polka dot theme, who can resist a striped version? And I've gone for the black and white, but the one we've got it the other way round, where the black is thicker than the white. But I thought this actually is nice for autumn because you've still got the black stripe there, but obviously the white makes it a little bit lighter. This is a ponte as well, so you can see when I talk about ponte, it's just that bit heavier. It hasn't got as much stretch as a cotton jersey, for example, and definitely nowhere near as much stretch as a viscose jersey. So it's still got movement, but not the same drape. But if you look at this one, the other reason why I really love this is it's actually textured. So if I hold it up, hopefully it will focus in. You've got your thin black lines, and then this is almost like a rib texture. Really, really love that. We had it in black and white the other way round. We also had it in like an inky navy colour, and we had it in a coral stripe as well. But yeah, I love the black and white. I think you can't get more chic than a simple jersey tunic slash dress in a kind of classic Breton stripe. And you could also make it out of a plain ponte. So we have a range called Beatrice, which is all different colours. Excuse me. And although they have viscose in, because it's a ponte weight, it just means it is it feels softer, but it's still that kind of medium weight. Perfect for this. Sorry, I didn't want to knock the camera. And then if you wanted to go for something a little bit more dressy, a little bit more glitzy, this is our Midnight Shimmer ponte. And again, it's not got a huge amount of stretch in it compared to some of the others. And it's got, sorry, my voice, it has got this really cool sparkly silver thread shot through it, which I think is really nice. And I think having a simple pattern like that, again, you can show off your fabrics a little bit more, so something a bit glitzy could look nice, or would look nice. So yeah, those are those three, but just look for anything that is ponte, double knit, heavyweight cotton jersey or lightweight sweatshirting. Okay, so the penultimate pattern is the Everyday Skirt by Lisa & Co. And it really is what it says on the pattern. It's an everyday skirt, really quick to sew. I really love, although it's got an elasticated waist, there isn't very much ruching at the front because most of the ruching is kept at the back. You can see the line drawing if I hide my face. And I really love this the slanted front pockets. I've seen quite a few people that have made this up now. I go on about this pattern all the time and loads of our customers have made it and it just looks really good. Although it's quite simple, the design and the shape of it is perfect. You could make this out of almost anything, but for more of the kind of autumnal feel, you'll probably want medium weight cottons, and obviously they come in lots and lots of lovely prints. You could also use something like linen, but in the darker colours, if you wanted it to be more autumn winter. So this is the Denim colour, I think it's called, or navy. The Robert Kaufman Essex dyed, yarn dyed linen that we've got. If I hold that up, you can see it's a lovely blue. We've also got some like flannels and brushed cottons and wool plaids, which would work really nicely for that pattern, and also our cotton twills. So this is the burgundy. It looks a bit more berry coloured on the screen, but it is a little bit darker. And I'll open this up. This is 100% cotton as well, and it's just slightly heavier than the linen, but still got enough drape. And we've got this in quite a few colours that would be perfect for autumn. So the burgundy, we've got it in navy, we've got it in petrol. They would all work really well, and that's got a really nice twill weave to it. So yeah, that pattern can be made in pretty much anything and works really well. You could pair it with tights and boots and a cardigan, and just wear it all the way through, and then come the summer you can lose the tights and carry on wearing it. So I really love patterns that you can just take through all the seasons. Obviously if you wanted to make one really specifically for summer, then you could use a really lightweight cotton lawn, but for kind of autumn, winter, spring, especially in this country, a medium weight cotton or a twill or a denim. And actually we've got a few of our kits. I'll just pop this back in so you can see our kits left in the soft wash denim as well, that come with everything included that you need to make the pattern for that one. And then the final one that I'm going to show you, which I thought needed to be included, one that I don't actually have a copy of the pattern for because I'm waiting for my delivery tomorrow, but it'll be back in stock by the time this goes up. So it's the Nina Lee Q dress, and I'm going to pop a picture of the pattern up here so you can see it. I love this pattern. It is so versatile. You've got a skirt option, you've got a sleeved option, you've got a strapped option with thin straps and cold shoulder. I think for autumn you could make something with thin straps and then put a cardigan over it, or you could make it with sleeves and pair it with tights, and it would work really, really well. There are a few different options, so you could go for something quite drapey, which would look really lovely, and could make it a little bit more dressy, or you could go for something a little bit more structured and it would still look really, really nice. So I'm going to show you a couple of different options now. So if you're making the sleeved version, you'll probably want to go for something that is more of a medium weight, so that you can get your sleeves fitting nicely, and also so you can put a cardigan and everything over the top of them still. So the cotton poplin would look really nice because you've still got that crispness that will hold its shape, but it's lightweight enough for you to layer up. So I particularly love this art gallery print that we've got. This is Honeydew Floret, and it is a navy background with a kind of minty coloured floral on there. We had this in a slightly different colourway, ever so slightly different, in a jersey, and it was really popular, and now we've got the cotton in, and I think that made up into a sleeved version of the Q would be beautiful. Then going for something a little bit different, so definitely more wintry, but equally, I'll just pop that back up, equally as amazing would be to make it from a needle cord or a lightweight corduroy. So bear with me because this is quite heavy. This is our berry corduroy, and it is more of a needle cord because it's got that, oh sorry, I've unraveled it enough. There we go. It's got that really fine, see if the camera will focus in, if I hide. Ooh. Ooh. Really fine cord nap there, and obviously it's 100% cotton. I have seen a couple of versions in corduroy, and when I was at the sewing weekender last weekend, I saw an amazing version that Barbara, who is at Rocking Stitch on Instagram, she has made a version out of black corduroy which looked amazing, and we've got black corduroy too, but I particularly like this berry colour because I just think it's got a really nice kind of autumn winter feel, but it's still nice and bright, and you could pair that with a black cardigan. And I would suggest that because it's corduroy, I would probably make the thin strap version and then either put a top underneath, so you could have like a long sleeve top and layer it up in the kind of 90s style, which is becoming more and more popular, or just pop a cardigan over the top, which is probably what I would do, and pair it with some really nice buttons, or would also look really good with pressed studs. So that's for a slightly more kind of autumn winter feel. And then if you wanted to make it in a drapier fabric, I particularly love this viscose that we've got in. I'll show you this. How stunning is that? This is called Pretty Peonies. It's a viscose with a navy background. Hopefully you can see that. It's got loads of drape to it. It has these amazing birds, storks or cranes, storks I think, and peonies and other flowers on there in a really kind of vivid pink, orangey pink red tone. Yeah, really lovely. And for those of you that have been following for a little while, I made the skirt version of the Q in lawn with stalks on, and I love it. It's one of my favourite things that I've made. But I think for me, if I was going to choose, I would make myself a needle cord version to see me through all of the colder months. And again, once it starts to warm up, you could ditch the cardigan, and you could still wear it because the needle cord isn't super heavy. So I hope you found that useful. I can do another version like this in a few months' time for more winter patterns, so then I can start talking about the jumpers and the jeans and things like that that we like to huddle up in, and give you some fabric suggestions if you found it useful. If you have, comment below and let me know. If you haven't already subscribed, then please make sure you do, and then you can obviously watch the videos as they come up weekly. But I hope you all have a really good week, and I will see you soon. Take care everyone, bye!